My parents brought me up in the whole public school system and college and so forth without attention to disability. But then I discovered, my goodness, many people have been left out. People don't hate people with disabilities. They ignore them. And so it was a question of getting various government agencies that weren't thinking about it to think about disability and what the needs of people with disabilities are. So I immediately got involved in things like sidewalks and curb ramps and to some extent new buildings and a variety of other ways that I was helping people who hadn't thought about it figure out how they can include people with disabilities.
David is probably the best teacher I've ever come across. When he's talking to a designer in his office, rather than saying, no, you got to do it this way, he's going to ask them, how would a person who's blind find their way across this street? And the designer thinks about it and engages with the question, and lo and behold, not only does that intersection get transformed, but how the designer looks at every intersection for the next 10 years gets designed. That's what I mean by his ability to teach.
One of my favorite stories was when the arch grounds were for consideration. Every time I had the chance, I would give a speech about we want everybody to go everywhere and see everything and learn as much as they can and do it with their family and friends. That to me is the goal of universal design. The leaders of this whole redevelopment allowed us to put together a group of people with multiple disabilities, different kinds of disabilities. And so when we got into the design stage, we had what we called the Universal Design Group. And we met with all the designers and pitched our story, and I think we got some great things.
That empowerment and that knitting together of the communities of designers and people with disabilities could not be done easily and probably couldn't have been done by anyone else.
Everybody wants to do right. It's just that they don't think about doing right. If you're going to do something good in the world, you might as well help people to become part of society. And so that's what I've done and what I do.